Well, nothing much else to say other than NQ bent me over this morning. Um, and I took a big loss. So, trade recap. Um, let's just go ahead and jump into it. As always, the bias for this morning was super bearish. I wanted to see shorts to the downside. Um, bunch of resting sell side liquidity. I mean, just looking at this chart, you can see how bearish it is. We came up, took liquidity at the highs. We ran through this 4-hour imbalance, displacing lower, generated sell side down below. Hopping on the charts, I said I don't often get excited when I open the charts, but today is one of those days. Shorts are very clear, lots of built up sell side looking for expansion to the downside. I will be risking pretty heavy if we get opportunity this morning. And I risked heavy, and I took a loss. So my entry for this trade, I mean, it's tough. But my entry for this trade was, let's see, where's the market open? And I actually entered pre-market with a big stop loss. My original stop loss was up here because I was so confident in the draw lower that we were just going to continue and sell off very quickly when the market opened. And if not, I was willing to have a big stop loss because zooming out, we don't have an hourly fair value. We don't have any high time frame for fair value gaps until all the way up here, and that is from my entry point 200 points away, and price is already displacing lower. So in my opinion, I was willing to play a big stop loss. We had already tapped into this 15-minute gap and rejected lower. So I was willing to, I played my stop above this wick here. So I was willing to enter because we had rebalanced this 5-minute pre-market and started to get bearish reactions out of it. I didn't enter on this bearish candle, but once we came down and retested the lows, I entered there. And that was my entry. It was a couple, literally a couple of minutes before the market opened. And that wasn't the problem with this trade. Because of how confident I was in the bias, I was fine with doing that and rocking a big stop loss, allowing, we had already rejected this 5-minute, but even allowing price to come up and trade into this 15-minute, which is what it did when the market opened. So I'm entered here, pre-market, literally right here, 2 minutes before market opens. We come up, tap the 15-minute gap. I'm just going to delete this. We then come up again, sweep the internal high, and displace lower. I'm going to move this. I'm just going to move this real quick. And honestly, this would have been an entry regardless if I was already in the trade, because I even added in once we got this bearish reaction. So we come up, super bearish bias. We come up, market opens, we tap the 15-minute gap. 15-minute candle closes down here, and we completely wick it out the first 15 minutes of the market open. We swept the internal high. We ran through bullish imbalances, and we started to displace lower. So I added in to my position again right here and moved my stop above the high, and take profit was down here. And I didn't go break even at the internal low, and that's where I messed up. That's where I messed up. I let my confidence and my ego get the best of me. And I didn't go break even where I always go break even at. So my average entry was like right here. It didn't really move much at all. It was literally in the exact same place as where I entered pre-market. And yeah, I thought after coming up and rebalancing to the highs, we swept internal liquidity. We started to displace lower aggressively. We ran through all bullish imbalances here. Very strong draws lower. So I had confidence in the trade, and I was willing. In the moment, I told myself I was willing to hold on to it because we had these bullish gaps that we could potentially come back and trade into. Um, and I got my, I don't even know what to say. I got it handed to me this morning. Um, yeah, should have went break even at the internal low as always. Especially when we wick it out and we don't close below it. Like if we had come down and closed below it and like actually confirmed that we were going to continue past the internal low, then it's like, okay, then it would be more valid to potentially hold on to it if we come up and tap the gap because we've already continued past this low. But we just completely wicked it out. Oh my gosh, bro. It just sucks. It sucks. And yeah, I don't know. I think this is just a culmination of I was down 1R on the account. I had 2 break-even trades early on in the week that easily could have played out for me. That ended up hitting my break-even point and then playing out to me. And just wanting to see profit on the week. I mean, the entries aren't the problem here. I think the problem is not going break even at the internal low. Especially when we wick it out. So, oh, I thought shorts were so clean this morning. I really did. We started to actually move very well the past couple of days. And I thought we were just going to continue and take all this generated sell side. Instead, we wanted to not do that. Oh my gosh, dude. And I was fine. I was fine with risking heavy on it because, I had accepted that risk coming into the market open because of my confidence and the draws lower. But I think it's one of those things where I've also just got to zoom out as well, right? Zoom out, zoom out. You can see we just 5 minute has just we rejected it. We failed to continue lower. Like I don't know if I'm entering on the 5 minute, based on the 5 minute, based on the higher time frames. Let's let that 5 minute confirmation close down here confirm that we're going lower, and until that happens, treat it as a normal. Break even at the. I don't know. You can tell I'm a little bit emotional with my analysis just because it's tough to stomach. But just look at this, dude. Like I've got to go break even at that internal low. There's no reason if we're gonna go lower. There's no reason not to continue to accelerate here. And not doing that punished me this morning. So I don't know what else to say for this trade recap. I thought shorts were super clear. Obviously, we didn't want to go take those, but the loss could have been avoided by going break even here. So, yeah, that's the trade recap. It's so tough because the P&L doesn't. I feel like my P&L, my balance doesn't reflect how. I feel like it doesn't reflect how well I've traded this whole month. I came into the month of February with the goal of following my rules every single day. Um, and on the last day of February, I guess you could say I broke my rules by not going break even there at the internal low. Um, and it kills almost all the progress, dude. Um, oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna make this video any longer than it needs to be. So that's the losing trade for me this morning. That was my thoughts coming into the market open, and trading is tough. I'll leave it at that.